Hey love bugs, welcome back to another Tarot Lover Reviews. Today we are taking a look at the Everyday Witch Tarot, created by Deborah Blake and illustrated by Elizabeth Alba. So if you've heard of this tarot deck or you haven't heard of this tarot deck, hopefully this review and the flip through that comes after helps you to decide on whether or not this tarot deck is right for you. So if you want to skip straight to the flip through, feel free to look down in my description. I break down all the suits into chapters to make it easier for you to locate exactly where in the review you would like to watch. But right now, we are going to talk about the packaging. We're going to talk about the guidebook, and we are going to talk about the cards, card stock, card imagery, the backing, naming conventions, imagery, all the things. So if you're interested in the details, stick around. Otherwise, feel free to head on over to the flip through. So let's start with the packaging. So as I showed you, this is what the packaging looks like. And as you can see, this is a fairly large box. That is because this is the kit version of this tarot deck. I have yet to see a smaller version of this, but the kits, which I've only ever seen Llewellyn ever carry, are typically in boxes like this. And because this is, the publisher is Llewellyn, their boxes are all the same. So if you have a kit of a tarot deck from Llewellyn, you will know what type of packaging you're getting, what type of cards, card stock you are getting. Definitely helps to kind of keep, it kind of helps and is an advantage when you know exactly what type of cardstock you're going to get with a tarot deck before you even get it. So that's what Llewellyn tends to do with their kits. They are typically the same type of cardstock, card size, the texture, everything when it comes to that. It's just the imagery and the backings that change based off of the theme of that particular tarot deck. But yeah, all of their boxes are, or all of their kits look like this. I'll explain what the kit is exactly and how it's different from a regular tarot deck, but they all open like so and open like a little book, and then you have the ribbon here to help take the tarot deck out of the box. I love the string. It makes it a lot easier to pull it out and not have to like tip the box over just to pull the tarot decks out. So that is the packaging. And another thing that I like about this is when you put it into a bookshelf, it looks like a book. You know, the size and everything makes it look like a book, and I love that. I love that little detail within their packaging. So that is the box. Now, the reason why this is called a kit is because of the guidebook. The guidebook is actually called a companion book because it's literally a book, okay? It is a book that comes with a lot of information for you. That's one of the things why I love Llewellyn's kits, because their companion books are so informative. It gives the authors so much room to provide details, reasonings, and all that good stuff in regards to the cards that you'll see in the tarot deck. So as we go through it, you'll see a picture of the card. And then what I love about this as well, and I've only ever seen this really within this tarot deck, I don't know if I've seen it in the other ones, but with each card that you review, you get a note page where you can write your notes. You get that for every single card. I love that detail. Now, in regards to the information that you get with each of the cards, it's for everything. You get a lengthy paragraph about that particular card, and then it goes into a section that talks about things to consider. Actually, that's pretty much it when it comes to the the cards. So I feel like the first paragraph is about the upright position, and then the things to consider could be the reversed version of it. I haven't quite utilized the companion book too much because the imagery is just, the imagery is beautiful, and we'll talk about that in a moment. But yeah, that is the companion book here. Let's go ahead and talk about the cards. Had to take a minute to think. So this is what the backs of the cards looks like. Super cute, super adorable. The only side thing that kind of makes me sad is that you can tell when it's upright and reversed, because the card is not set up in, the imagery is not set up in a way to where you could utilize it as upright or reverse. I mean, you can still utilize it as a reverse, but I feel like if it's reversed and you're looking at it from this angle, you already know it's a reversed card. So for me, see, this is the reason why I'm happy I have glasses on. I could have just poked my eye out right now. But for me, my brain, this is what I was trying to do, but I smacked myself in the glasses. My brain is already trying to formulate what the reading is going to cover, because there's already a reversal card in the spread. So I don't really like that. My brain just does it, and I can't really turn that off. So that's the one thing that kind of makes me sad, is that the imagery on the backing is not set up to where you can't tell if it's upright or reverse. You will notice that there is a gloss on this card. So yes, all of the cards are gloss. If you have any of the Llewellyn kits, any tarot decks that are in kits from Llewellyn, you will definitely know the texture that I'm talking about when it comes to their tarot cards. The cardstock is flexible. They are flexible cards. Okay, see, but this is the reason why I don't like doing that. But yeah, very flexible cards. I don't necessarily like them this flexible, but the cards are wonderful. So it's something I can look past. But yeah, definitely flexible cards, which means that no matter how you shuffle this tarot deck, you will find it very easy to do so. Let me kind of put this right here so you guys can see that. I need to do that more often. But yeah, regardless of how you shuffle your tarot decks, if you do it in that riffle, that riffle shuffle, you'll see how effortless it is for me to bend the cards and be able to shuffle in that manner. And of course, you don't necessarily have to do the riffle shuffle or the poker shuffle. You can definitely shuffle this way, however way you feel most comfortable. I tend to change the way that I shuffle based off of the cardstock of the deck that I'm using. So I don't have a particular preference on how to shuffle. I use them all. It doesn't matter to me. So that is the cardstock. Let's talk about the size of the cards. So this is a standard Rider-Waite tarot card, and I'm going to go ahead and just kind of put this side by. Actually, I'm going to do it the other way because there's a slight difference. So you can't really see it. I'll just kind of like stick it out a little bit so you can get what I'm trying to do here. But it's kind of wider than your standard tarot card, but it's not by much. And it's a little bit shorter than a standard tarot card. So really, you're not going to tell the difference with this tarot deck at all. You won't be able to tell the difference. It feels great in your hands. And a lot of people find this tarot deck popular, and I can understand why, which we'll explain in a little bit. But it's a great tarot deck size and fits in your hands incredibly. And the cardstock's good. It's perfect if you like the flexibility of the cards. I'm just putting that out there. I like my cards a little bit thicker because I feel like that just makes them last a little bit longer than the cards that are a lot thinner. Of course, you could purchase another tarot deck, but I like to stick with one. Thank you. So that is the dimensions on the tarot cards. Let's talk about the naming convention and the imagery. So when I get to this portion of the review, I am always comparing it from a Rider-Waite-Smith perspective. The reason why I do that is because a lot of the guidebooks out there that you can purchase separately pulls a lot of inspiration or reflects a lot of the Rider-Waite-Smith imagery and naming convention. So if you want to be able to use those guidebooks with the particular tarot deck that I'm reviewing, these are the reasons why I bring those comparisons up. And then on top of that, there are a ton of other tarot decks out there that pull widely from the Rider-Waite-Smith imagery, and there's some that don't. Again, one of the reasons why I like to do this comparison, to let you know what to expect before you purchase this tarot deck. So yeah, let's talk about it. So let's start with the naming convention. Naming convention for the major arcana is all the same compared to the Rider-Waite-Smith. For the minor arcana, exactly the same. Pentacles, cups, wands, and swords. I totally had it out and then I put it back in. But yeah, the same minor arcana suits as the Rider-Waite-Smith. Okay, the court cards are exactly the same as well. So it is king, queen. I always want to say jack. King, queen, knight, and page within this particular tarot deck. So pretty much exactly the same, which makes it great for new tarot readers. On top of that, which brings me to the imagery, the imagery is beautiful. It is so whimsical. It is so cute. The artwork is absolutely adorable and relatable. A lot of the imagery in here is just, it's cute. And I can totally understand why people gravitate to this tarot deck because of the imagery and how it's whimsical and relatable, and you know exactly what that particular character is trying to convey. Now, from a comparison of the Rider-Waite-Smith, you will get some hints, some pings of the Rider-Waite-Smith imagery within this tarot deck. You do get that, but the imagery, the artwork is based off of this, you know, everyday witch theme. So it has a theme that it's going with, and in order to keep with that theme, some of the imagery that you would typically see in the Rider-Waite-Smith is kind of altered around to where it better suits this particular theme. So you will definitely see how, by just looking at the card, you know exactly what that card is trying to convey, even though it does not look like the Rider-Waite-Smith imagery. So yeah, the imagery is absolutely cute. It's adorable. And yeah, I love it. It definitely is a beginner deck. It's a beginner deck friendly. So if you are new to tarot and you're looking for a tarot deck that is not the Rider-Waite-Smith, I would recommend this tarot deck just because of how relatable the imagery is. And wouldn't be too hard if you decided to go to the Rider-Waite-Smith afterwards, because you'll still kind of get the same type of imagery within that. So yeah, I hope this video has helped you in some way. If it has, leave a like and check out my channel. See if there are any other tarot decks that I've reviewed that you might be interested in watching. And if there isn't one, let me know down in the comments what the name of that tarot deck is. I may have the tarot deck already. I just haven't done the review on it just yet. But if I don't have the tarot deck, I will check it out and see if it's something that I'm willing to buy, because I'm trying to slow down on my tarot problem. I mean, you wouldn't necessarily call it a problem. I am very passionate about tarot. That's what I keep telling myself. Yeah. All right, you guys, without further ado, here is the flip through. Enjoy, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye. you.